No, let's make it, we better watch out. So he blows up until he said, not one of them is any good. And on we better watch out, I need him back down to calm and angry. Cool and angry. We better watch out. Take it from me. This kid on trial ain't nothing but a thug.
Isaiah?
Yes.
Can I switch?
I did.
I don't know if did you get me? Did you get me for all three, or did you, or did you not?
No, you got, bam. Now I did.
Yeah, yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Everybody got that?
Yep.
All right. Scene 3 is easy. I want juror number 4 to play the role of a cocky attorney. He's pretending, if he will, to mock the attorney that he just saw, the prosecuting attorney. He's becoming him. We get to see that lawyer for the first time without seeing the case itself. So jurors 3 and 8, I'll have someone else just read those arbitrarily. 12, but 4 is what I want concentrated on. He just plays a cocky attorney. And y'all gotta excuse the glasses. It's just been since the COVID.
Going to get mine right now while you bull.
I see some other COVID eyeglass wearers here. Y'all can see good before they clock us up. Okay. So we're gonna do scene 1 and get it out of the way. How about that? We're gonna do scene 1 first and get it out of the way. And again, who I've got reading for scene 1 right now, and tell me if I missed you. I got, let me go, Golden, I got Bobo, I got Andre, I got Gianni, I got Franklin, I got Craig, I have Jaden. Did I miss anybody else reading for scene 1?
Hey, Isaiah.
Yes.
Zariel had a question in the chat.
Okay.
He asked if you want yelling.
Like for scene 3, or scene 2, my bad. Like when the blow up part happens.
Yeah.
Did you want
you
yelling?
Tell me. You tell me.
I mean, I think
you?
like
how old are you, Zariel?
I'm 17. Almost
17?
18.
Almost 18. All right.
Yeah.
Well, check me out. Whatever you think blowing up is, I don't know what, you know what I mean? We're dealing with different people from different backgrounds. Blow up to you might be, don't you do it, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
But you tell me. All right?
All right.
Okay. Is that everybody I got for 1? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Somebody's going to read twice. I'll have somebody read twice. So let's have Bobo and Larico, you're going to read first. Andre and Gianni, you're going to read second for that scene. Franklin and Craig, you're going to read third for that scene. And then I'll just pull one of you back. Bobo, if you can come back and read with Jaden, that would be awesome.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
So how this is gonna work, guys, Isaiah, are you good right now?
I'm good, thank you.
So how this is gonna work, and this is our first time doing it, so if we hit a few snags, just bear with us, or if you know how to unsnag us, help us along the way. What we're gonna do is everybody's gonna go into a breakout room. You'll still see each other, you can still hear each other, you can still talk if you want, or you can just, or not. So you'll all be over there together, and you need to pay attention to the chat window because we'll be typing over there who should come in next or that kind of thing, or we'll just go get you. We'll just come and get you if we have that capacity. I can't remember right now. You should be watching the chat so that you can see us talking to you and prepping you for if you're next or whatever. Does that make sense? And then what we might do is say, like, and there might be sometimes when we bring all of you back for something and then just two of you or just two of you at a time or whatever. So just be paying attention to that chat and just keep your Zoom open even if you step away for a moment. It looks like each reading is about 4 to 5 minutes. So once we start an audition or reading, you can kind of guesstimate that at your time, okay? Does that make sense, everybody?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So Isaiah don't go anywhere. Elias don't go anywhere. Isaiah, who did you say you wanted first?
Larico and Bobo.
So Larico and Bobo, go ahead and join the chat room. Go ahead and join the breakout room, but then come right back. All right?
You do that.
Let's try it. It's gonna ask you, do you want to join the breakout room? You say yes, and then come back, and then hit a button that says go back to the main session. All right.
All right.
Is it supposed to just randomly pop up or?
It will.
Okay, there we go.
So we want us all to go, right?
Yes, except for Elias, me, and Isaiah.
Yes.
Who's coming back? Bobo? And who?
Oh, yeah, Bobo and Larico.
Okay. I hope I just said that right. Okay, we got Larico. Good job, sir.
I was a little confused at first.
We're gonna work it out. It's a whole new world over here.
All right.
So we're waiting on Bobo. I think I can go. Is there a way to go tell him to come back, Isaiah?
I think you can go into the chat room and then come back.
Well, you're a co-host too.
Can I? Hold on.
We'll see.
No, it's just allowing me to type in a message. That's chat. Hold on, participants.
I'm gonna make you a host. I'm gonna make you host and see if that gives you the right to go in there.
Do you want me to go back
Now
to
I
the
can.
breakout room and tell them to?
I can now.
Go ahead, do that. There we go.
Oops.
There he is.
All right.
What's happening, Bobo?
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, let's get down to it.
Okay.
So, Bobo, read for Juror 4 first.
Okay.
And Rico, am I pronouncing your name right, Rico?
Lorico or Rico's fine, whichever works best.
Okay, right on. You'll read for Juror 2 the first time, then you guys will switch.
Okay.
Okay, whenever you are ready.
Ready, Larico?
Yes, sir. Whenever you
So
are.
let me set it up real quick.
Go
So
ahead.
juror number 2 walked over to the water cooler,
Right.
and juror number 4 sees him and walks up to him and starts his dialogue.
Okay. If there was anything in the kid's favor, I vote not guilty.
I don't see what it is.
Neither do I. Clutching at straws.
As guilty as the get, that's the kid, I suppose.
It's that one juror holding out. But he'll come around. He's got to, and fundamentally, he's a very reasonable man.
I guess so.
They haven't come up with one real fact yet to back up a not guilty verdict.
It's hard, you know.
Yes, it is. And what does guilty beyond reasonable doubt mean? Really mean, excuse me.
What's reasonable doubt?
Exactly. When a life is at stake, what is a reasonable doubt? You got to have law and order. You've got to draw the line somewhere. If you don't, everyone start knifing people.
Not too much doubt here.
Two men think so. I wonder why. I really wonder why.
You do hear stories about innocent men who have gone to jail or death sometimes, then years later things turn up.
And then, on the other hand, some killers get turned loose and they go and do it again. They squeeze out on some technicality and kill again.
All right. All right, let's switch it up.
Okay.
You ready, sir?
I'm ready. Okay.
If there was anything in the kid's favor, I'd vote not guilty.
Wrong page. I apologize.
You ready to start again?
Yes.
Yes, sir. I apologize. There you go.
No problem. I
Okay.
completely understand.
Thank
All
you.
right. If there was anything in the kid's favor, I'd vote not guilty.
I don't see what is.
Neither do I. They're clutching at the straw.
As guilty as they get, that's the kid, I suppose.
It's that one drawer that's holding out, but he'll come around. He's got to, and fundamentally, he's a very reasonable man.
I guess so.
They haven't come up with one real fact yet to back up a not guilty verdict.
It's hard, you know?
Yes, it is. And what does guilty beyond a reasonable doubt really mean?
What's a reasonable doubt?
Exactly. When a life is at stake, what is a reasonable doubt? You got to have law and order. You've got to draw the line somewhere. If you don't, everyone will start knifing people.
Not too much doubt here.
Two men think so. I wonder why. I really wonder why.
You do hear stories about innocent men who have gone to jail or death. Sometimes, then years later, things turn up.
And then on the other hand, some killers get turned loose and they go and do it again. They squeeze out some technicality and kill again.
All right. All right, fellas. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay, so you can return, and then we're going to ask Andre and Gianni to come
Okay.
this way.
So I pushed the breakout room button, right? That's right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
My bad. Isaiah, you want Gianni and who?
Andre.
Did you see my text message, Isaiah?
I'm sorry.
I said, why are you and Elias reading the lines and not looking at the screen?
Oh.
I was like, you guys aren't auditioning?
Made me feel all remedial and everything.
And actually, that's not. So what happens is I do this with the Teen Summer Musical.
I
I'm trying
know.
to make sure they're reading the lines, and so I'm listening to what I want to hear as opposed to looking at, because I always feel like I can get what I want out of a look. It's what I'm trying to hear them. Are they delivering it right?
Hey, Michelle, that chat came to us. It didn't. I don't know if it went to the room.
Isaiah, you're the host now. I can't go into the room.
Oh,
I could switch that back over, but I think
yeah. Can you? Because I'm not quick enough to do what you do.
Sure. Hold on. We'll test that theory. Yeah, hold on. You want?
Okay, I got you.
Okay. All right. Gianni and Andre Thomas, please.
Do you guys know Larico?
No,
I've seen him around.
he looks like somebody I've seen. You know him?
No, he that's what I was thinking. He looks real familiar.
I think he's come to Stillwater shows and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Young Johnson.
You good?
Johnson, yep.
Perfect.
Okay, so fellas, what we're gonna do is Gianni read for juror 4 the first time, and Andre juror 2. And to set up the scene, juror 2 just walked over from the table to the water cooler, and juror 4 is going to join him at the water cooler. And I know we're all in the same room. It's presumed that we're all in the same room. So you want to attempt to, you might want to attempt to keep your voice down and such, but don't.
Gotcha.
Okay? Project it as if that you are the only 2 in the room.
Right.
All right? So whenever you guys are ready.
Right. You know, if there was anything in the kid's favor, I'd vote not guilty.
I don't see it. I don't see what it is.
Neither do I. I mean, they're clutching at straws here.
As guilty as they get, that's the did, I suppose.
And it's that one juror that's holding out, but he'll come around. You know, he's got to. Fundamentally speaking, he's a very reasonable man, I'd say.
I guess so.
And they haven't come up with one real fact yet to back up a not guilty verdict.
It's hard, you know?
Yes, it is. And what does guilty beyond a reasonable doubt really mean?
Well, what's a reasonable doubt?
Exactly. You know, when a life is at stake, what is a reasonable doubt? You know, you got to have law and order. You got to draw the line somewhere. And if you don't, then everyone would just start knifing people.
Yeah, not much doubt here.
Well, 2 men think so. And I wonder why. I really wonder why.
You do hear stories about innocent men who have gone to jail or death sometimes, then later years turn up, later down the line, things turn up differently.
Yeah, and on the other hand, some killers get turned loose and they go out and do it again. They squeeze out on some technicality and they kill again.
Yeah.
Good job, fellas. Good job.
Oh, good.
Thank you.
Let's switch that up now.
If there's anything in the kid's favor, I'll vote not guilty.
I don't see what it is.
Neither do I. They're clutching straws.
As guilty as they get. Ask the kid, I suppose.
It's that one juror that's holding out, but he'll come around. He got in. Fundamentally, he's a very reasonable man.
I guess so.
They haven't come up with one real fact to back up the not guilty verdict.
Well, it's hard, you know?
Yeah, it is. And what does guilty by beyond any reasonable doubt really mean?
What's a reasonable doubt?
Exactly. When a life is at stake, what is a reasonable doubt? You've got to have law and order. You've got to draw the line somewhere. And if you don't, then people start knifing people everywhere.
Well, there's not much doubt here.
2 men seem to think so. I wonder why. I really wonder why.
Well, you do hear stories about innocent men who have gone to jail for death, and sometimes, sometimes years later, things just turn up otherwise.
And then on the other hand, some killers get turned loose and they go and do it again. They squeeze out in the technicality and then they go kill again.
Great job, fellas. Great job. Y'all must have been a part of a program called the Teen Summer Musical or something. That's kind of dope. Appreciate it. All right, we're going to go back to the chat room and then we'll wait for the next 2
Are y'all
Andre,
sending us there? I don't know how to get back.
How old are you now, Andre? Andre, how old are you now?
Oh, I'm 38.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my gosh.
Up there.
You send yourself back to the break room.
Oh, I see it.
Nigga, you just made my back hurt.
Isaiah, who do you want?
I want Franklin and Craig.
Okay. Oh, that was kind of late. Yeah, when your kids are 40, that's like, wait, what?
Man, he was in the first one I did. Back in 89, 88. No, I mean 90, 98, 99.
Speaking of, Frank was in all the ones that I did with Heart and Soul.
Yeah. What's up, Mr. Johnson?
Except one. How are y'all? You was over there eating, man. I'm hungry.
Mr. Jackson.
You was shoveling. You was eating. I needed that.
I was trying to do it on a DL, but man, I just had to unleash it.
All right. So we're going to let me set the scene up for you guys. Craig, I want you to read for juror 4 first.
All right.
And then Franklin, you read for juror 2. Juror 2 just stepped away from the table and walked over to the water cooler, and everything's in the same room. He just walked over to the water cooler, and juror 4 is going to join him at the water cooler and start this dialogue. And though you may want to initially go, well, we're in the same room with everybody else, I'll keep it low. Don't. Pretend as if it's just the two of you in the room. Okay?
All right.
All right. So whenever you guys are ready.
I am reading 4 too. I'm sorry.
4.
You got me reading 4. All right.
Yeah.
There's anything in this kid's favor, I'd vote not guilty.
I don't see what it is.
Neither do I. They're clutching at straws.
As guilty as they get. That's the kid, I suppose.
For that one juror that's holding us out, he'll come around. He's got to. And fundamentally, he's a very reasonable man.
I guess so.
They haven't come up with one real fact yet to back up a not guilty verdict.
But it's hard, you know?
Yeah, it is. And what does guilty beyond a reasonable doubt really mean?
What's a reasonable doubt?
Exactly. When a life's at stake, what's a reasonable doubt? You got to have law and order. You got to draw the line somewhere. If you don't, everyone will start knifing people.
It's not much doubt here.
2 men think so. I wonder why. I really wonder why.
Yeah, but you do hear stories about innocent men who've gone to jail or death sometime, then years later, things turn up.
And then one on the other hand, some killers get turned loose. They go and do it. They squeeze out some technicality and kill again.
All right. All right. Let's switch it up.
Hold on one second. I want to, Andre had to reconnect, so I want to make sure we send him to the breakout room.
Okay.
I'm not sure how I can do that. Give me a second. Hey, Andre.
I accidentally jumped out.
Okay. Can you send yourself back to a breakout room?
Yeah, I'm gonna push leave.
Okay.
I think that's leave the whole thing.
That'll work.
I don't want you to leave the whole thing. Let me see.
Yeah, did he push leave again? He left again, I bet.
Yeah, I accidentally pushed it twice.
Okay.
Andre used to be way bigger than he is. He ain't jumped out of nothing. So let me quit that.
Let me see. Andre, I'm not sure how we can send you there. Hold on a second. Oh, I think I got it. Okay, just a second. Andre. Here we go.
All right.
Oh, wait, no. Andre, you don't have a feature on your phone that says that allows you to join the breakout room?
Should be at the bottom. Are you on the phone or your computer?
I'm on a laptop.
It's at the bottom, two to the left after leave, over from leave.
Yep.
He must have found it.
You found it.
No, I found it actually.
Okay.
I was able to send him. I don't know how I did it, but.
Oh, well, welcome back,
Oh,
Andre.
and he's back. Oh, Lord. He's like Freddy Krueger. He just
Oh wait,
popped
I
back
think I
up.
see it. Okay. Okay, I think I see it.
Okay. Bye-bye. We hope. We'll see. There it is. All right. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry for that interruption. Here we go.
All right, let's switch it up. You guys go ahead again.
If there was anything in this kid's favor, I'd vote not guilty.
I don't see what it is.
Neither do I. It's like they're clutching at straws.
As guilty as they get, that's the kid, I suppose.
You know, it's that one juror that's holding out. He'll come around. He's got to, and fundamentally, he's a very reasonable man.
I guess so.
They haven't come up with one real fact yet to back up a not guilty verdict.
It's hard, you know.
Yeah, it is. And what does guilty beyond a reasonable doubt really mean?
What's a reasonable doubt?
Exactly. When a life is at stake, what is a reasonable doubt? You got to have law and order. You've got to draw the line somewhere. If you don't, everyone will start knifing people.
Not much doubt here.
Two men think so. I wonder why. I really wonder why.
You do hear stories about innocent men who have gone to jail or death sometimes. And then years later, things turn up.
And then on the other hand, some killers get turned loose and they do it and they go and they do it again. They squeeze out on some technicality and kill again.
All right, fellas, appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Well done. Send
Yeah.
yourself back to the abyss.
Yes, gone.
Isaiah, who do you want?
I want Bobo and Jaden.
Mm-hmm. Craig's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Craig is pretty good.
Has he done shows?
Craig
Nah,
was
he's the
also
drama. He's
in
just a drama
person.
queen.
Yeah, he's been like absolutely.
See, I almost pushed the wrong button. I almost tore something up.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not technical savvy. I'm still trying to get them to fix my typewriter. Act like they don't know.
Bobo, can I know what's your last name?
That's my name. My name is Sangre de un Ángel. Look.
That's your last name?
Well, I only have one name.
Okay.
See this here?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh wow.
Okay. Okay. So
That's
say it.
Pronounce it again, Bobo.
Huh?
Pronounce it again.
Sangre de un Ángel.
Can you slow down?
Sangre de un Ángel.
What's his
Same
name?
thing happened to me.
Okay, can you send yourself back to the breakout?
I can.
No, not you.
No, not you.
Oh, shoot.
What does it mean, Bobo?
Angel's blood. Blood of an angel.
I'm going to try.
Oh.
That's my wife and my son's last name. This is my name. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Let me see if I can help you. Here, I think I got you. I assigned him. You guys can go ahead and start. You might just have Frank's picture up on the screen. Okay.
I don't have anybody's picture. Okay, I got Jaden and Bobo. Okay, you guys. So let me set this scene up real quick. So Jaden, I want you to read for juror 4 first.
Okay.
Okay.
And then Bobo read for juror 2. And so the scene is we're in the room. Juror 2 just got up from the table and walked over to the water cooler. And juror 4 sees him and goes over to join him. And though we're in the room together, you might initially think, oh, let's keep it quiet. Don't. Pretend like you're the only two in the room and you get to speak freely. Got it?
Yes.
I'm number 2 this time, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, Jaden.
All right. If there was anything in this kid's favor, I'd vote not guilty.
I don't see what is.
And neither do I. They're clutching at straws.
Guilty as they get. That's the kid, I suppose.
It's that one jerk. He's holding out, but he'll come around. He's got to. And fundamentally, he's a very reasonable man.
I guess so.
They haven't come up with one real fact yet to put up a non-guilty verdict.
It's hard, you know.
Yes, it is. And what does guilty beyond reasonable doubt even mean?
What's a reasonable doubt?
Exactly. When a life is at stake, what is a reasonable doubt? You've got to have law and order. You have got to draw the line somewhere. If you don't, everyone would start knifing people.
Not much doubt here.
Two men think so. So I wonder why. I really wonder why.
You do hear stories about innocent men who have gone to jail or death sometimes. Then years later, things turn up.
And then, on the other hand, some killers get turned loose and they go and they do it again. Then squeeze out on someone's technicality and then kill again.
Good job. Good job. Was that your leave the scene?
Yeah, that was my throwing my cut.
How did I know that? Let's switch it up.
Yes, how did you know that? That was
yeah.
Okay, so you like for me to be number 4?
So Jaden, you'll read for juror 2 this time.
Okay.
You ready, Jaden?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay. If there was anything in the kid's favor, I'd vote not guilty.
I don't see what it is.
Neither do I. They're clutching at straws.
As guilty as they get. That's the kid, I suppose.
It's that one juror that's holding out, but he'll come around. He's got to, and fundamentally, he's a reasonable man.
I guess so.
They haven't come up with one real fact yet to back up a not guilty verdict.
Well, it's hard, you know.
Yes, it is. And what does guilty beyond reasonable doubt really mean?
What's a reasonable doubt?
Exactly. When a life is at stake, what is a reasonable doubt? You have got to have law and order. You've got to draw the line somewhere. If you don't, everyone would start knifing people.
Not much doubt here.
2 men think so. I wonder why.
Well, you do hear.
Why.
Well, you do hear about those stories about innocent men who have gone to jail or death sometimes, and then years later they turn up.
And then, on the other hand, some killers get turned loose and they go and do it again. They squeeze out on some technicality and kill again.
Good job, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Good job.
We can't hear you, Isaiah. You got to push the button. See, the Corona got you. Okay,
sorry. So, no, my wife and my daughter were both yelling and talking to each other. You think it was yelling because they're upstairs and I'm downstairs.
Oh.
But I was like, oh, I don't want that to interrupt.
I can't see nothing. I can't see nothing.
Uh-oh.
When did I text you on accident?
Okay, so Bobo and Jaden, go ahead and go back to the breakout.
I can't see nothing.
Hopefully it'll fix.
I just see Zoom. I hear y'all, but I don't see nothing.
Huh. Oh.
I didn't push nothing. I did not push nothing. I swear I didn't. I was just.
Do you see you?
No, I don't see nothing. I see Zoom in blue and copyright 2020 Video Communication Incorporated, all rights reserved, privacy and legal policy.
Was Elias pushing buttons? Where did Elias go?
I don't know.
I think that's who was doing it. Elias
I'm right here.
pushing buttons.
I had an intervention. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, Bobo, while you figure that out, how that does itself, Isaiah, who do you want?
So we're going to scene 2 now.
Okay.
So I want Barico and Franklin.
Oh, gotta figure this
Franklin.
out. I don't see anything. I swear to heaven. Let me see if I refresh this page. What happened?
Uh-oh.
And nothing happened. I didn't push it. Oh, there we go. Okay, I fixed it.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
We'll see you in a minute.
All right.
He said, I see 2012.
Hey, what?
He said, I see Zoom 2012.
All right, you guys, we're going to, you know what? I don't need two people. We're doing scene 2, so it's just one person at a time. I apologize. So Franklin, if you can go back to the breakout room, and then
I'm
Lorico,
trying to do this right this time, because the only option it gives me is leave, and the second I hit leave, it kicked me out.
Right, don't hit leave. So are you on a laptop or your phone?
I'm on a Surface.
Oh, you threw me.
A laptop, essentially.
Do you see where it says breakout rooms? Are you going to that button?
It doesn't give me the option for breakout room. It just says leave.
Are you at full screen?
He's gone now.
Yeah. Oh, I know what he did. That is really strange. How did you get?
Are you at full screen, Franklin?
Yep. So when I got back to the breakout room the last time, a pop-up finally came out and offered me to go back to the other room.
Okay. Let me see here. I can put you. I have the controls to put you in a waiting room, but not. I don't know how to send you back to a breakout. Are you saying last time the pop-up just eventually came up?
Yeah. So when I did my first reading, it kicked me out. I came back in, kicked me out, came back in, and then a pop-up, the original pop-up that offered me to go back to the breakout room came up.
So down at the bottom.
So Frank, at the bottom, do you have a chat? You see chat, participants, any of that stuff?
It says chat, share screen, record, reactions, more, and then on the far end, a red button that says leave.
Leave. Okay, so you don't see breakout rooms.
Yeah, he doesn't see it.
Oh wait, if I click more, it gives me the option.
There it is.
Now.
Baby.
Always go for more. Now he's frozen.
Now he's frozen. Right? Now we're stuck with him.
All right. So Lorico, as I broke down in this scene, the different levels of anger that I wanted to see, let me set it up for you. Okay. Juror number 10 has reached his boiling point. Now there's about 6 other jurors who have decided they're going to vote not guilty. So now he's like, what are you guys doing? This is crazy. So he's really, really frustrated, but he's attempting not to blow up immediately. You feel me?
Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So whenever you're ready,
do you mind if I stand?
No. Do what you do. Do what you do.
You guys can hear me okay, right?
Yes, sir.
Don't get too angry. Start breaking stuff.
I'm renting, so I want my deposit back.
Well, it's your stuff. You can do it. Go ahead, actually.
Okay. I don't understand you people. How can you believe this kid is innocent? Look, you know how these people lie. I don't have to tell you. They don't know what the truth is. And let me tell you, they don't need any real big reason to kill someone either. You know, they get drunk and bang, someone's lying in the gutter. Nobody's blaming them. That's how they are. You know what I mean? Violent. Human life don't mean as much to them as it does to us. Hey, where are all y'all going? Look, these people are drinking, fighting all the time, and if somebody gets killed, so somebody gets killed. They don't care. Oh, sure, there are some good things about them too. Look, I'm the first one to say that. I've known a few who were pretty decent, but that's the exception. Most of them, it's like they have no feelings. They can do anything. What's going on here? I'm speaking my piece, and you listen to me. They're no good. There's not one of them who's any good. You better watch out. Take it from me. This kid on trial ain't nothing but a thug.
All right, doctor. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. I felt the racist energy. That's cool.
Nicely done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nicely done. Okay.
Thank you.
Can you
All right.
breakout? Can you head back to the breakout? Good job.
All right. Thank you.
Yep,
Let me ask, do you have a lot of practice being a racist? That's pretty cool. No? Okay.
You know, sometimes when it's done to you, you know, you kind of mirror that type of thing, you know,
You just
let it shine.
let it shine, let it shine.
All right, you guys.
So now I need Gianni.
Felt the heat. That was good.
Man, that was so Donald Trump.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Trifling. Can't believe that.
What's happening, Gianni? You're on mute, Doc.
Are we good?
Yes, sir. So let me set up scene 10 for you. I mean, scene 2 real quick. Juror number 10 is like highly frustrated now, bro. It's about 6 other jurors have now switched their guilty vote to not guilty. And he's just really, really frustrated. So remember the 3 levels that I've asked you and where I want them, and do your thing.
All right, I can start whenever.
Yes, sir.
I don't understand you people. How can you believe this kid is innocent? Look, you know how those people lie. And I don't have to tell you, they don't know what the truth is. And let me tell you, they don't need any real reason to kill someone either. You know, they get drunk and bang, someone is lying in the gutter. And nobody's blaming them because that's how they are. You know what I mean? Violence. Human life don't mean as much to them as it does to us. Where are you all going? Look, these people are drinking and fighting all the time, and if somebody gets killed, so somebody gets killed. They don't care. Oh, sure, there are some good things about them, and look, I'm the first to tell you all that. And I've known a few who were pretty decent, but that's the exception. Most of them have no feelings. Like they can do anything. And what's going on here? I'm speaking my piece. And you, listen to me. They're no good, and there's not a one of them who's any good. Look, all I'm saying is we better watch out. And take it from me. This kid who's on trial ain't nothing but a thug.
Yeah.
Do your thing, Gianni.
Yeah.
I got a little hot there.
Yeah. You're in touch with your inner light skin. I see. That's awesome.
That was good. That was a good read, sir.
Yeah. Good. Great read.
Thank you.
Send yourself out. Go back to the break room, please.
All righty.
Isaiah who?
Franklin.
You know Franklin is Gianni's dad.
No! That's Franklin. What? No, I didn't. When you said Young Johnson, it didn't even dawn on me. Funny.
Hello.
What's happening, sir?
Chilling.
All right. So setting up scene 2, juror 10 is really frustrated now. He's angry that now 6 jurors have switched over from, well, 5 now, from not guilty to guilty. I mean, from guilty to not guilty. And he's really frustrated and at his point of, man, look, this is where we are now. Okay?
Gotcha.
All right. So whenever you're ready.
I don't understand you people. How can you believe this kid is innocent? Look, you know how these people lie. I don't have to tell you. They don't know what the truth is. And let me tell you, they don't need any real big reason to kill anyone either. You know, they get drunk and bang, someone's lying in the gutter. Nobody's blaming them. That's how they are. You know what I mean? Violent. Human life don't mean as much to them as it does to us. Hey, where are you going? Look, these people drinking and fighting all the time, and if somebody gets killed, so somebody gets killed. They don't care. Oh, sure, there are some good things about them too. Look, I'm the first to say that. I've known a few are pretty decent, but that's the exception. Most of them, it's like they have no feelings. They can do anything. What's going on here? I'm speaking my piece, and hey, you listen to me. They no good. There's not one of them who's any good. We better watch out. Take it from me. This kid on trial ain't nothing but a thug.
All right, Johnson.
FJ. That was nice.
Like you mad at somebody.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Franklin, you can go back to the breakout. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Don't get lost.
I hit more.
Isaiah who?
Melanie Craig. Let's see what CJ gonna do on this.
Is he like born and raised Seattle, or did he move here?
He's born and
Craig
raised
is from where's Craig originally from? But you know what? He might be from Seattle, yeah. And then he went to college. Craig, where you from?
I'm from Seattle. Born and raised. Central District, 18th and Union, 30th and Marion. Yeah, I'm from the Central.
What's up?
What?
206, son.
I'm sorry. I went to Langston University in Langston, Oklahoma.
Langston.
Okay, there it is. There it is.
Hey, I got one question for y'all before we get started. Y'all not recording the breakout room, are you?
No.
Some good stuff going on in there though, but you know, we was like, what if they recording this too?
Well, let them know we not when you go back.
There's some good stuff in there. Now you will do it. It's good stuff in there. Okay.
So CJ, let me set up.
What constitutes good stuff? Like good intellectual conversation, or
no? I mean, just about this and how you should approach it. But at the same time, you know, what if I used a British accent when I went in there to do that? They would trip, and guys, I'm like, what? So
tell them don't.
Yeah.
Tell them don't.
Okay.
I don't know no British niggas, so tell them don't.
You might get one from South Africa.
Right.
What's Ilba? What's still just Ilba? He's something, ain't he? He's something. What is he?
Who is?
Idris.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. All right, so CJ, I'm gonna set up scene 2. Jury 10 is just really frustrated now. You got about 5 or 6 other jurors now who flipped from guilty to not guilty. And he's just really frustrated by it right now.
Right.
So go ahead and do your thing.
I don't understand you people. How can you believe this kid is innocent? Look, you know these people lie. I don't have to tell you. They don't know what the truth is. And let me tell you, they don't need any real reason to kill someone either. You know, they get drunk and bang, someone's lying in the gutter. Nobody's blaming them. That's how they are. You know what I mean? Violent. Human life don't mean to them as it does to us. Hey, where you going? Look, these people, they're drinking and fighting all the time. Someone gets killed. Somebody gets killed. So what? They don't care. Oh, sure. There's some good things about them too. Look, I'll be the first to say that. I've known a few who were pretty decent, but that's the exception. Most of them, it's like they have no feeling. They can do anything. What's going on here? I'm speaking my piece, and you listen to me. They're no good. There's not one of them who's good. We better watch out. Take it from me. This kid ain't nothing but a thug.
Okay. Right on, Craig.
Good stuff.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Go ahead and head back to the breakout, Greg. We'll see you in a little bit.
All right.
Get somebody with an Asian accent.
I'm gonna say that right when I get back.
Or a Nigerian accent, that would be the best.
That's who you want.
Malik.
Who? Oh, Malik.
Malik. Malik was in the Teen Summer Musical. Oh my God, when was it? He'll tell me.
There we go.
Malik, when were you in the Teen Summer Musical?
Man, it's been a minute. That was like when I was like in middle school or elementary even. Like I was super, because I did what was it, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Oh, the first one.
And I did Summer Rhapsody after that.
Did you see Wonka this last summer?
Nah, I didn't get the chance to go see it.
Ah, I always want to hear what the comparisons are.
Yeah, no, I still never got the video for that one, for the one that I did.
Ah, okay. There might be one or two out there somewhere. I'll check and see.
Man, that's a classic.
Okay, so let me set up scene 2 for you, sir. Juror number 10 is frustrated. They went from one person saying that he's not guilty to now there's like 5 or 6 cats saying he's not guilty. And then they're all slowly switching over, and he's kind of frustrated and trying to get everybody back on track. You good?
All right, cool.
All right.
I don't understand you people. How can you believe this kid is innocent? Look, you know how those people lie. I don't have to tell you. They don't know what the truth is. And let me tell you, they don't need any real big reason to kill someone either. You know, they get drunk and bang, someone's lying in the gutter. Nobody's blaming them. That's how they are. You know what I mean? Violent. Human life don't mean as much to them as it does to us. Hey, where you all going? Look, those people are drinking and fighting all the time, and if somebody gets killed, somebody gets killed. They don't care. Oh, sure, there are some good things about them too. Look, I'm the first to say that. I've known a few who were pretty decent, but that's the exception. Most of them, it's like they have no feelings. They can do anything. What's going on here? I'm speaking my piece and you, listen to me. They're no good. There's not one of them who's any good. We better watch out. Take it from me. This kid on trial ain't nothing but a thug.
Okay. Now where you at home? Are you home alone?
Oh, no, I'm in the living room. My mom is in the back room, but she knows. So.
Okay, so she knows you. So she knows you're auditioning.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want you to do it again.
Okay, bet.
And this time I want you to change your volumes, because I felt like you were attempting to go somewhere with the volume on the second level, and then you were like, nah, and then you kind of went there on the third level, but then you was like, I'll play it safe. Don't play it safe.
Okay.
So try it again for me.
I don't understand you people. How can you believe this kid is innocent? Look, you know how those people lie. I don't have to tell you. They don't know what the truth is. And let me tell you, they don't need any real big reason to kill someone either. You know, they get drunk and bang, someone's lying in the gutter. Nobody's blaming them. That's how they are. You know what I mean? Violent. Human life don't mean as much to them as it does to us. Hey, where you all going? Look, these people are drinking and fighting all the time, and if somebody gets killed, somebody gets killed. They don't care. Oh, sure, there's some good things about them too. Look, I'm the first to say that. I've known a few who were pretty decent, but that's the exception. Most of them, it's like they have no feelings. They can do anything. What's going on here? I'm speaking my piece and you, listen to me. They're no good. There's not one of them who's any good. We better watch out. Take it from me. This kid on trial ain't nothing but a thug.
Hey, doctor, there you go. Right on, Malik. Great read, man. Your mama been telling me that you've been an acting man for a while.
Yeah.
I never got a chance to see, and so I appreciate this, doctor. I appreciate it.
How old are you, Malik?
Huh?
How old are you?
Oh, I'm 22. Yeah, I'll be 23 in the summer.
Who's your mom?
Chevelle Singleton.
Oh, okay.
Nice. All right, can you send yourself back to the breakout room? And hang out. We'll call you back in a little bit.
How do I do that?
Go down to
click more.
Oh, there we go. I got it.
Isaiah, who?
Is that real?
For scene 2?
Yeah. Yeah, everybody next is just scene 2, and then we go, I'll tell you when scene 3 is. So it's Iriel, then Jeffrey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Email. Let me check my email. He said he was having some computer issues. Oh, he's still there. Okay.
Okay,
Hello, young
Zario.
sir.
Hi.
What school you go to, Zario?
I go to Harrison Preparatory in Lakewood.
Of course you do.
Okay. Okay. Sounds like a pretty prestigious school.
Yeah.
So how many black people went to school?
What was that?
How many black people?
It's a pretty small school, so probably like 25%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
That's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, let me set up scene 2 for you.
Okay.
At this point, 5 other jurors have switched their verdicts from guilty to not guilty. And juror number 10 is getting kind of frustrated. And he's reaching a point of, trying to get everybody back on track. Okay?
Right.
All right, so you do you.
I don't understand you people. How can you believe this kid is innocent? Look, you know how those people lie. I don't have to tell you. They don't know what the truth is. And let me tell you, they don't need any real big reason to kill someone either. They get drunk and ban someone lying in the gutter. No one's blaming them. That's how they are. You know what I mean? Violent. Human life don't mean as much to them as it does to us. Hey, where are you all going? Look, these people are drinking and fighting all the time. And if somebody gets killed, so somebody gets killed. They don't care. Oh, sure, there are some good things about them too. Look, I'm the first to say that. I've known a few who are pretty decent, but that's the exception. Most of them, it's like they have no feeling. They can do anything. What's going on here? I'm speaking my piece, and you listen to me. They're no good. That's not one of them who's any good. We better watch out. Take it from me. That kid on trial ain't nothing but a thug. Well,
very good. Good job, doctor.
Oh.
Have you acted before?
Yeah, I have.
Have you ever been a juror before? Because you played that stuff, boy.
Oh, I have not.
Oh.
You haven't seen it.
Hey, man. Stranger things have happened. COVID.
Honestly, yeah.
Well, nice job, sir. Thank you. We'll see you in a minute.
Go back to the breakout room and hang out there, and we'll come back and get you.
Okay.
Isaiah, who?
Jeffrey?
He sounded really angry. I mean, that was...
Here's the thing. You think a younger person shouldn't have that role, but you can inbred racism you can.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you're at a private school, you're the only you're one of the few black kids at a private school.
I was gonna say that. If it's been done to you,
you're the exception. You're not like the rest.
Yeah, and he's so different than everybody else. He almost makes a natural juror 10. You know what I mean?
That was pretty nice.
Yeah. That was nice.
His voice sounds like Serena Williams.
Hello.
He did.
Right here?
What's up, sir?
Hey, okay. I was scared. I thought I left the whole thing. I was like, wait. I know how to get.
Oh boy. Hey, man.
Hey.
See them in the building.
I know, right?
I'm gonna go ahead and set up scene 2 for you, sir. At this point, juror 10 is pretty frustrated. They went from 1 and 2 guys to changing, one guy who was saying that he's not guilty to now there's like 6 guys saying he's not guilty. And he's frustrated with juror number 8, who he feels like is just trying to flip everybody. So this is when he goes on this rampage.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, sir.
And at this, before I start, at the end, this kid on trial ain't nothing but a thug was the
yes, sir.
Thing. Okay. I don't understand you people. How can you believe this kid is innocent? Look, you know how those people lie? I don't have to tell you, they don't know what the truth is. Let me tell you, they don't need any real big reason to kill someone either. They get drunk and bang, Someone's lying in the gutter. Nobody's blaming them. That's how they are. You know what I mean? Violent. Human life don't mean as much to them as it does to us. Hey, where are you guys going? Look, these people drinking and fighting all the time, and if somebody gets killed, somebody gets killed. They don't care. Oh, sure, there are some good things about them too. Look, I'm the first to say that. I've known a few who were pretty decent, but that's the exception. Most of them, it's like they have no feelings. They can do anything. What's going on here? I'm speaking my piece and you listen to me. They're no good. They're not one of them who's any good. We better watch out. Take it from me. This kid on trial ain't nothing but a thug.
All right, Cheetah. All right. Take it to him.
Good stuff.
Oh.
I'm glad you got over whatever your computer issues were. That was worth you coming back.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Go ahead and send yourself back to the break room, and we'll call you back in a little bit.
Thank you.
Thank you. Isaiah?
Yeah. Jeffrey and Mr. Henderson. Ernest? If he gets comfortable, he kills.
Jeffrey?
Oh, Jeffrey?
Yeah.
That was really good.
Yeah. He gets comfortable.
His start was really good.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. He was comfortable.
Did I do it?
Henderson!
Woo! I made it. Look here, man. I was scared I hit the wrong button to get kicked out of the whole thing.
I hear you over there. We heard you over there leading some interesting conversation in the breakout room.
Bruh, don't look here. This drama gonna take a serious turn to be a comedy. Cause these brothers, they had me rolling.
Well, that's just now because we get to play. You know, when we get to directing and we get in there, they'll find it.
I don't know what the heck I was thinking, picking the longest doggone part.
It's actually not that long. You'll be fine.
I'm excited to hear you read it, so you're gonna be great. We just lost Elias.
Elias needs to quit playing with buttons. That's what he's doing.
See, he heard what was coming. He was like, "Oh heck no, I'm out of here."
He went to the breakout. He did actually. That's exactly where he is. You went to the breakout room?
Who, me?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hot over there, bro. I have to go back.
All right, Mr. Henderson, I'm going to set up this scene for you.
Okay.
Thus far, juror number 10 is pretty frustrated because 5 or 6 other jurors have switched from guilty to not guilty. And he's feeling like everybody's losing track of what the truth is. And so he gets to share now.
Okay.
So it's on you.
I don't understand you people. How can you believe this kid is innocent? Look, you know these people lie. I don't have to tell you. They don't know what the truth is. And let me tell you, they don't need a reason to kill people. You know, they get drunk and bang, someone's lying in the gutter. Nobody's blaming them. That's how they are. You know, I ain't blaming them. That's just how they are. Violent. Hold on, missed my part. Oh, I'm sorry, I got it now. Human life don't mean as much to them as it means to us. Hey, where you all going? Look, these people drinking and fighting all the time. And if somebody gets killed, so somebody gets killed. They don't care. Oh, sure, there are some good things about some of them, you know? I'm the first to say that. I've known a few who were pretty decent, but that's exception. Most of them, it's like they have no feelings. They can do anything. What's going on here? I'm speaking my piece, and you're gonna listen. They are no good. There's not one of them who's any good. We better watch out. Take it from me. This kid, he ain't nothing but a thug.
All right, that's where we are, sir. That was it right there.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, woo!
That was good. That was good.
Oh, thanks.
That was good. That was a good read. Okay, send yourself back to the breakout room and hang out there for a little bit.
Okay, you're going to send me?
No, you got to send yourself. So down at
geez.
the bottom where it says more, or it says breakout rooms or more, click that and you should be able to rejoin the breakout room.
Breakout room. Breakout room.
Can you join? Or it might be under more.
I think he got it because he froze up a little bit.
Okay. He started so good. I don't know where he got lost, but that started really good.
I'll tell you where. His confidence in his reading.
Yeah, when he got off his line, he got shook.
Yeah, but it started off really good.
Because he's a natural.
Started off with it.
Who you want, Isaiah? You're frozen.
Michael.
Michael,
I'm sorry, y'all froze up on my end. What'd you say?
Who do you want?
I want Jaden.
Jaden?
Yeah. Thomas.
Yeah, but it started off so good.
Yeah. It was just his confidence in his reading. He's a natural. He is a natural.
I think there's like something to be said for like the oldest person saying that.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Carry on. Hello, sir. You are muted.
Get on mute, Jaden.
Okay, hi.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm good. So let me set this scene up for you, sir. At this point, Juror 10 is really fed up with the fact that they've gone from 1 not guilty to like 6 not guilties now in this, right? He's really frustrated. And so he takes this moment to speak his mind. You ready?
Yep.
All right.
Okay, thank you. I don't understand you people. How can you believe that this kid is innocent? Look, you know how those people lie. I don't even have to tell you. They don't know what the truth is. And let me tell you that they don't need any real big reason to kill somebody either. You know, they get drunk, they bang, and then someone's always lying in the gutter. Nobody's blaming them. That's how they are. You know what I mean? Violent. Human life don't mean as much as it means to us. Hey, where are you all going? Look, there's people drinking and fighting all the time, and if somebody gets killed, so somebody gets killed. They don't care. Oh, sure, there are some good things about them too. Look, I'm going to first off by saying this. I've known a few good men who are pretty decent, and that's the one exception. Most of them, and it's like they have no feelings. They can do anything. What's going on here? I'm speaking my piece, and you listen to me. There's nothing good about them. That's the one thing who's any good. We better watch out and take it from me. This kid on trial ain't nothing but a thug.
All right. Was that you dropping the mic again? Was that you dropping the mic again? It kills me.
It's been dropped.
Bless your heart. Thank you. Good read. Head back to the breakout room.
All right, thank you.
Go.
Good read.
Jaden is going
Shaking all
to
kinds.
kill, man.
He was shaking and everything.
Aiden's really good. Who you want? Who you want?
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, that's it for scene 2. Unless there's anybody in the breakout room, can you just ask real quick, was there anybody in the breakout room that wanted to read scene 2 and didn't? But I think that's it.
Yeah, that's he's good. So hear me out. I'm just gonna say it this way. If it wasn't for Jaden's physical persona, physical appearance, and I don't mean because he's a thick boy, he's taller than everybody else. He's bigger than everybody else. He just takes up more space, and I really don't mean that in terms of his weight.
Right.
He's just disproportionate for other typical teenagers. Like Jaden has leading role skills.
Potential. Yeah, skills for sure.
Like when you put him on a stage with a bunch of other teenagers, he just doesn't look right. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right. What's next?
We're on scene 3, and I want Craig Jackson and Zyril.
You haven't had Michael Walker in here yet.
Because this is he's getting ready to read this scene.
Yeah, can we start with him? Can we start with him? Because he hasn't come in yet at all.
Oh, absolutely. So let me get Michael and Craig. Yeah, absolutely. That means he over there holding down the dialogue.
Right? It could be.
I already know.
Wait, Jaden's in.
Jaden, what?
Yeah, I left the meeting by accident. Can somebody send me to the break room?
You can send yourself.
You have to do it.
Okay.
So on the bottom of your screen.
Oh God.
You
see
hit
what
more.
it says?
Break rooms or more?
More.
I got you.
Thank you.
Yep. Hey, Craig, we're waiting on Michael.
Yeah.
Did my message say Michael and Craig?
Yeah, it did. They told him too. I don't know if he was right by the phone or the computer yet, but they mentioned his name.
He's making a dramatic entrance. He all good.
Actually, I don't see his name on the list.
I think I need some inspiration, so I'm gonna do something different too.
Is you gonna drink?
No, man. I'm not gonna drink.
Oh.
He said I'm gonna drink. No, man.
Different backdrop?
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, jury room, I see you.
Yeah, use that.
That's an old school jury room right there. Look, you see that little box TV sitting in
there?
Man,
come on. For real, ain't it?
Hey, sorry, you guys. The boxes are real close to each other, so you got to be careful not to click get out of the meeting.
Craig got a real jury room going on here. All right.
Hey, all I can say to y'all is the group that's on the on the meeting room. You should be recording that. Like it is pure comedy.
We already know, bro.
Take the outtakes for sure.
Okay. So we're gonna set this up. Elias, would you like to read as well today?
Sure.
Can you read Juror 3, please?
Oh, Juror 3, yep.
Yep, this is scene 3. And I'll read 8. That's no problem. So at this point, you guys, again, Juror 4 now this is towards the end, and he is like I'm not going. You're not flipping me. It's just not gonna happen. So and then he turns into this lawyer. He turns into the prosecuting attorney. So Michael, I'm gonna ask you to read Juror 4 first. Oh, wait a minute, I got CJ. CJ, can you read Juror 3? I'm sorry, Elias, can you read 8 for me?
Oh, that was my chance. Oh, got it.
No, wasn't. Stop.
There's a 12 too. Juror 12's in here too, though.
I got the small ones. I'm gonna let Elias read both the small ones. So you can read 8 and 12, Elias. There you go.
That's 20.
So Michael read for 4, Craig 3, and then Elias has the other 2. And again, juror 4 is like, you guys are not, I'm not, sorry. So anytime you're ready.
All right, sit down, everybody. I still believe the boy is guilty of murder. I'll tell you why. To me, the most defining evidence was given by the woman across the street who claimed she actually saw the murder committed.
That's right. As far as I'm concerned, that's the most important testimony.
All right. Well, let's go over her testimony. What exactly did she say?
I believe I can recount it accurately. She said she went to bed at 11 o'clock that night. Her bed was next to the window, and she could look out the window while lying down and see directly into the window across the street. She tossed and turned for over an hour, unable to fall asleep. Finally, she turns toward the window at about 12:10, and as she looked out, she saw the boy stab his father. As far as I can see, this is unshakable testimony.
That's what I mean. That's the whole case.
Frankly, in view of this, I don't see how you can vote for acquittal. What do you think about it?
Well, maybe. There's so much evidence to sift.
What do you mean, maybe? He's absolutely right. You can throw all the other evidence out.
That was my feeling. I don't deny the validity of the points that he has made. Shall we say on one side of the track there's doubt? But what can you say about the story of the woman? She saw it.
Good job. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're trying to
Thank you
change
very much.
careers.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I mean, Elias, what was that?
Oh yeah. What was that?
That was my other voice. I was being 2 characters.
Okay.
So how do I leave and not get in trouble? And
You don't leave. I need you to stay.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I want you to read 3. Craig, you read 4. And Elias, can you try reading 8 and 12?
Yeah, I can do that. That's no
Okay.
problem. You got it.
All right, whenever you guys are ready.
All right, sit down, everybody. I still believe the boy is guilty of murder. I'll tell you why. To me, the most demeaning evidence was given by the woman across the street who claimed she actually saw the murder committed.
That's right. As far as I'm concerned, that's the most important testimony.
All right. Well, let's go over her testimony. What did she actually say?
I believe I can recount it accurately. She said that she went to bed at about 11 o'clock that night. Her bed was next to the open window, and she could look out the window while lying down and see directly into the window across the street. She tossed and turned for an hour, unable to fall asleep. Finally, she turned toward the window at about 12:10, and as she looked out, she saw the boy stab his father. As far as I can see, this is unshakable testimony.
That's what I mean. That's the whole case.
Frankly, in view of this, I don't see how you can vote for an acquittal. What do you think about this?
Well, maybe. There's so much evidence to sift.
What do you mean, maybe? He's absolutely right. You can throw out all the other evidence.
That was my feeling. I don't deny the validity of the point that he has made. Shall we say that on the other side of the tracks, there is doubt? But what can you say about the story of the woman? She saw it.
Good stuff, fellas.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you very much.
stuff.
Appreciate that.
Let that wisdom
Thank
speak. Okay, now this time, don't get lost leaving.
Nice, well done. Mike and Craig, head back to the breakout room. We're
Thank
getting
you.
in here. Good job, fellas. Isaiah, who's next?
Jeffrey and Zyril. So y'all do know that Craig his son is the one in that life.
Yep.
Okay.
You're muted.
Say that again. Okay.
Came now.
Welcome back, fellas.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, welcome back. We're going to do scene 3. I'm going to have one of you read for juror 4 and one of you read for juror 3. Good brother X is going to read for juror 8 and again, juror 4 is going to prove his point by turning into the prosecuting attorney. He becomes the attorney first. So Jeffrey, if you can read for juror 4 first and Zyril, juror 3, that would be great.
Okay.
All right. Whenever y'all ready.
All right, sit down, everybody. I still believe the boy is guilty of murder. I'll tell you why. To me, the most damning evidence was given by the woman across the street who claimed she actually saw the murder committed.
That's right. As far as I'm concerned, that's the most important testimony.
All right. Well, let's go over her testimony. What exactly did she say?
I believe I can recount it accurately. She said that she went to bed at about 11 o'clock that night. Her bed was next to the open window and she could look out of the window while lying down and see directly into the window across the street. She tossed and turned for over an hour, unable to fall asleep. Finally, she turned toward the window at about 12:10, and as she looked out, she saw the boy stab his father. As far as I can see, this is unshakable testimony.
That's what I mean. That's the whole case.
Frankly, in view of this, I don't see how you can vote for an acquittal. What do you think about it?
Well, maybe. There's just so much evidence to sift through.
What do you mean, maybe? He's absolutely right. You can throw out all the other evidence.
That was my feeling. I don't deny the validity of the points that he has made. Shall we say that on one side of the tracks there is doubt? But what can you say about the story of the woman? She saw it.
Good job. Good job.
Nice.
Let's switch it up.
Okay.
So Zyril, how you say your name again, sir?
Zyril, yes.
Zyril, you just read the other part, and Jeffrey, same thing. You read the other part. Elias.
Okay.
And I'm still doing my parts?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Good. All right.
All right. Sit down, everybody. I still believe the boy is guilty of murder. I'll tell you why. To me, the most damning evidence was given by the woman across the street who claimed she saw actually the murder committed.
That's right. As far as I'm concerned, that's the most important testimony.
All right. Well, let's go over her testimony. What exactly did she say?
I believe I can recount it accurately. She said that she went to bed at about 11 o'clock that night. Her bed was next to the open window, and she could look out the window while lying down and see directly into the window across the street. She tossed and turned for over an hour, unable to fall asleep. Finally, she turned towards the window at about 12:10, and as she looked out, she saw the boy stab his father. As far as I can see, this is unshakable testimony.
That's what I mean. That's the whole case.
Frankly, in view of this, I don't see how you can vote for an acquittal. What do you think about it?
Well, maybe. There's just so much evidence to sift through.
What do you mean, maybe? He's absolutely right. You can throw out all the other evidence.
That was my feeling. I don't deny the validity of the other points that he has made. Shall we say that on one side of the tracks there's doubt? What can you say about the story of the woman? That she saw it?
Right. Good job, fellas. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
I be forgetting when the scene's over. Seriously. Good stuff. Okay.
Okay.
Good job, fellas. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're almost done.
We are. So we can bring back Mr. Henderson and Craig Jackson. Craig, I'll have him read with Ms. Henderson.
I love that you got, like, even voice-wise, you got lots of tones.
Yeah.
Because I was concerned. I was like, you know what? A bunch of black men are going to all start to sound like a bunch of black men. But
no, they don't.
Nah, not at all.
No.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Especially not here in Washington.
Yeah, because everybody comes, for different reasons.
Yeah.
And I want to thank y'all for not having me read opposite one of them young brothers. Because they're going to make somebody look bad. I ain't feeling that. I'm best around to go off script and start cussing at them.
If that's the artistic license you have to take.
Come on. So I'm gonna set this one up real quick. Craig, I want you to read for Juror 4 again, and Mr. Henderson, if you read for Juror 3, that is where I'm gonna be happy. Elias will read for 8 and 12.
I think I'm gonna try a Mexican accent this time.
Yeah, try that.
Don't start.
Again, Juror 4 is so Juror 4 is frustrated, and this is towards the end of the play. Is actually the very end where he's like, you're not gonna convince me that this boy's not guilty. So let's take it from there.
I'm doing 4, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, sit down, everybody. I still believe the boy is guilty of murder. I'll tell you why. To me, the most demeaning evidence was given by the woman across the street who claimed she actually saw the murder committed.
That's right. As far as I'm concerned, that's the most important testimony.
All right, well, let's go over her testimony. What exactly did she say?
I believe I can recount it accurately. She said that she went to bed at about 11 o'clock that night. Her bed was next to the open window, and she could look out the window while lying down to see directly into the window across the street. She tossed and turned for over an hour, unable to fall asleep. Finally, she turned toward the window, and at about 12:10, and as she looked out, she saw the boy stab his father. As far as I can see, this is unshakable testimony.
That's what I mean. That's the whole case.
Frankly, in view of this, I don't see how you can vote for an acquittal. What do you think about it?
Well, maybe. There's just so much evidence to sift.
What do you mean, maybe? He's absolutely right. You can throw out all the other evidence.
That was my feeling. I don't deny the validity of the points that he has made. Shall we say that on one side of the tracks, there is doubt. But what can you say about the story of the woman? She saw it.
All right, fellas. That's all I needed.
Good.
That's all I needed. And Ernest, you were getting ready to jump in and cut him off when that was that's good intuition.
Give it a cuss. What the you mean? What the?
Hey, Craig.
Yes, sir.
You are totally disrespectful, brother.
Man, you caught me, dude. I almost couldn't talk.
Totally disrespectful.
I was trying to throw my computer out the window.
That's the one.
Totally disrespectful.
Did Michael Walker see your background?
Yes, he loves it. That's the one. He said he wants that one.
Y'all should hear the conversations in the break room. It is not good.
My God. Okay, Isaiah, what's next?
I just need to ask everybody, has everybody read for something that they wanted to read for? And then we're done, actually, so everybody can come back after that question.
Elias, you just want to go ask them?
Sure.
You want us to go back in there?
You just stay for a second.
Okay.
Oh, wait, that's a Dallas flag on top of the...
That's why we said it's disrespectful.
That's so wrong.
All right, man. Just because I love y'all, I'll do something different.
Boots, you should hear these brothers getting on him.
Good.
Just because I love y'all, I'll change something.
Lord.
I thought that was Donald Trump at first. I was going to be like, Craig.
Oh no, that was Red Fox. Yes, that's my joint right there. Red Fox.
I can get
that's how I'm looking. That's how I'm looking through these glasses, just like he looking.
That's Harlem Nights right there.
Well, we playing one of them classics. I love
Richard
it.
Pryor said, just put the glasses on. I don't need them, but okay.
Oh, man.
All right, so
y'all.
there are two gentlemen that want to read for us scene 3.
Okay, who are they?
Larico and Bobo.
Let's go. Send them to me.
All right, y'all. See y'all.
Okay, just go back to the break room, Ernest and Craig.
Yep.
And send them to us, please.
I don't know where my Craig is frozen. Okay. I don't know where my breakout room conversation went. That's weird. Oh, who do you want to come back?
Larico and Bobo. Lorico.
Man, we got some talent on the stage, brother. We got some talent on the stage. This will be fun.
Did you see Steve Snead retired?
I heard about it. I haven't talked to him yet.
Yeah, he kept telling me, but this year just was so crazy how it went that he ended his career like at home, chilling.
Right. That was like a bunch of lackluster. Do you think about inviting him to read for this?
One more time?
No, I was talking about Isaiah.
Excuse me.
Inviting him to who?
Steve, to read for this.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so fellas, let me set up scene 3 real quick.
Mm-hmm.
One of you are going to read for 3 and one of you are going to read for 4. Elias going to read for 8 and 12. We'll switch you guys out.
Okay.
This is truly the end of the play where juror 4 is simply not going to be convinced otherwise. And so he takes his last shot at trying to let everybody else know why. So Bobo, read for 4.
Okay.
Lorico, read for 3, and then we'll switch it up.
Okay. You ready?
We're good.
You are.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, sit down, everybody. I still believe the boy is guilty of murder. I'll tell you why. To me, the most damning evidence was given by the woman across the street who claimed she actually saw the murder committed.
That's right. As far as I'm concerned, that's the most important testimony.
All right, well, let's go over her testimony. What exactly did she say?
I believe I can recount it accurately. She said that she went to bed about 11 o'clock that night. Her bed was next to the open window, and she could look out of the window while lying down and see directly into the window across the street. She tossed and turned for an hour, unable to fall asleep. Finally, she looked out the window and saw, tossed and turned. Excuse me, I apologize. Let me go back. Let me start over, okay? What I believe. I apologize. I believe I can recount it accurately. She said that she went to bed about 11 o'clock that night. Her bed was next to the open window, and she could look out of the window while lying down and see directly into the window across the street. She tossed and turned for over an hour, unable to fall asleep. Finally, she looked toward the window at about 12:10, and as she looked out, she saw the boy stab his father. As far as I can see, this is unshakable testimony.
That's what I mean. That's the whole case.
Frankly, in view of this, I don't see how you could vote for acquittal. What do you think about it?
Well, maybe. There's just so much evidence to sift.
What do you mean, maybe? He's absolutely right. You can throw out all the other evidence.
That was my feeling. I don't know the validity of the points that he's made. Shall we say that on one side of the tracks, there is doubt. But what can you say about the story of the woman? She saw it.
All right. All right. Let's switch it up.
Okay. I do 3, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Whenever y'all ready.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sit down, everybody. I still believe the boy is guilty of murder. I'll tell you why. To me, the most damning evidence was given by the woman across the street who claimed she actually saw the murder committed.
That's right. As far as I'm concerned, that's the most important testimony.
All right. So let's go over her testimony. What exactly did she say?
I believe I can recount it accurately. She said that she went to bed at about 11 o'clock that night. Her bed was next to an open window, and she could look out the window while lying down and see directly into the window across the street. She tossed and turned over and over for an hour, unable to fall asleep. Finally, she turned towards the window at about 12:10, and as she looked out, she saw the boy stab his father. As far as I can see, this is unshakable testimony.
That's what I mean. That's the whole case.
Frankly, in view of this, I don't see how you can vote for acquittal. What do you think about it?
Well, maybe. There's just so much evidence that needs to be sifted through.
What do you mean, maybe? He's absolutely right. You can throw out all the other evidence.
That's my feeling. I don't deny the validity of the points that he has made. Shall we say that on one side of the tracks there is doubt, but what can you say about the story of the woman? She saw it.
And the Oscar goes to Pro Extra.
I read the little quotation thingy, but kind of give me a little direction. So I wanted to put that in play. But
you did good. You did good. I was talking about our extra over there.
Yeah. That extra long hold. Well.
Oh, cut the pearls. I'm so for Clint.
Isaiah, you want everybody back?
Everybody back, yeah.
All right, here we go. We got 10 seconds to wrap up whatever they're talking about.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, man.
Isaiah,
Welcome.
Isaiah, I got you.
I'm parched now.
That's how you do it right there.
Oh, Lord.
And he dunking on it.
Yeah.
I got you.
That's more respectable.
Okay, I'm
That's how
sorry.
you do
I
it.
apologize.
You just trying to get a roll.
Hey, man, Malcolm said by any means necessary.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I will just say, great job, everybody.
Thank you.
And just in terms of your presentation, but also knowing the energy, knowing the dynamics of the piece. So give yourself a hand, or give everybody a hand. Great job. Well done. Well done. It's so nice to see people that I've known for years and even have a moment to discover new talents that are walking among us. This is a beautiful thing. I'm gonna turn it to Isaiah. He's got some remarks about what this thing is that we're doing, why we're doing it, and what the next steps are.
All right. Let me first, again, just piggyback off of Michelle's thank you to all of you for participating. This is the first of one other audition, but this was it for me right here, man. This is what I needed to get back in the saddle, if you will. It feels good. You guys handled your business, man. This was beautiful. And so what's going to happen now is after the next audition, I'll cast. And if we do a callback, and that is simply me saying, I want to hear from a few more people one more time. I just want to see a couple more people again. We'll do that, but I'll cast in June. So by mid-June, I should have a cast of the individuals that I would like to participate in this production. And with that, we will send out in that time, we'll talk about rehearsals and what those will look like, and all the details of the production itself. Hopefully where we'll be doing it and those kind of things. Your rate of pay, all of those things we'll be talking about. Are there any questions that you guys have for me right now, or Michelle?
Well, let me explain something while you think about what questions you might have, because you might have questions about what I'm about to explain. You have seen, you've been getting emails from Acts on Stage Incorporated. And that is obviously not Michelle Lang Raymond or Isaiah Anderson Jr. That is the name of an organization, the name of a company that actually has not been publicly disclosed yet. And so I'm actually surprised that nobody has asked in any emails, what is this? So it either indicates you trust us or you just don't care, which, you know, is okay, live your life. But what's happening is Isaiah and I and a bunch of other folks are actually launching a brand new theater in the Seattle area that will kick off in late August, early September. It's a theater and a performing arts organization. So in the same way that you know a theater that has a season, a year-long season, it is that. And in the same way that you know theaters that have community engagement programs like acting classes, dance classes, that kind of thing, it also will have that. The name of that theater and performing arts organization is Acts on Stage. It is a faith-based venture, but it is not faith-based in the sense that all the works will be religiously minded or religiously affiliated. It's just, it's from the heart of the people who are directing the organization. And so that's actually where the name comes from, and we can talk about a little bit more about that later. Again, we launched in September, and this piece, the first show of our season, will be the first show of our theater's run. And we wanted to make sure that the first show indicated a few things, which Isaiah can talk a little bit more about himself, but we wanted to make sure that this show indicated a few things, that this is musical that Isaiah is known for, and that it showed really the range, not only of our director, but the range of the work that we're going to be doing with Acts on Stage. We have never seen a show in the Seattle area that featured and starred 12 African-American men on the stage at the same time, especially doing a dramatic performance, not a comedy. And so this would be a precedent for our area. And we think men and women alike in our area will want to see this, especially if you set COVID aside, especially in this era where so many things like Ahmaud Arbery and so many other things are still happening. We feel like this is a very important, an important statement to make as to what kind of work our theater will be doing. It's not a secret. Our Acts on Stage is not a secret, but it is also not publicly disclosed yet. So while we don't mind you talking about it, you can just know that nobody else is gonna know what you're talking about, because you're the first group of people to know what this is. That being said, what you can do as we are launching and stuff is we have a Instagram, a Facebook, and a YouTube social media site. What you can do is go ahead and follow those sites, because that's where we're gonna be rolling out our story, introducing this show, introducing the cast, and all of that. So if you are on social media, that's where we are, and it would be good if you go ahead and follow or subscribe to those now. Again, that's Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and on all of those, we are Acts on Stage. So so it's facebook.com/Acts on Stage, same for YouTube, same for Instagram. So I think there's all I need to tell you about Acts on Stage. So now, that being said, are there any questions going forward?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something, because I know soon, like come 10:48, I'm like, oh, I should have asked him that.
Yeah, I do.
What?
Hit me up.
I do. I don't know if, well, it's kind of hard with the situation that we're in with COVID. But you say June is when you'll be casting, correct? Location-wide, or hypothetically we get open, where is the location in town that we will be at? What part of town is it in? And how are you going to schedule practices and rehearsals and that type of thing?
And that is, those things are open and on the table right now because we're waiting to see where we will be as far as open, you know. But if we have to do what we're doing right now on Zoom, I'm good with that. If they say, oh, we can meet and it can be, you know, 10 people or 15 people and we just have to practice distancing, then we are capable of doing that. I have access to a couple of facilities that we could always use. We are not aware of where we're going to have the production itself at, but all those other things we will play by the rules that are given to us at the time. And so I am asking that all of you, one, be patient, and two, very honest with me about your availability. That is going to be the most important part to me, that I know exactly what your availability is. Because if I say I want to rehearse 3 days a week and you say, oh, I can only do 2, that doesn't mean I won't cast you. That just means I'll be dependent on you for those, for sure, 2 days. And we'll continue to move as such. But that's all I'm saying. So yeah, any of those things, Craig, great question. Thank you. Will be.
Also to answer that, Craig, we have our sights on a facility right now, but we're not sure where we stand yet. So we're looking for 2 things. We're looking for a complete site, which includes our offices, our computer. We know that's a pretty big desire to have all of that in one place. So we might just have a rehearsal space and an office space and then do the show someplace else. So we don't know where either of those locations are, but we're working on it. And as we know, we'll let you know. But
I think, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, one last thing. We are intending to do a digital version of this show, whether society is all the way back open or not. We have been talking about offering one of these shows as a pay-per-view. So there are people across the country and or people who just can't leave their homes, regardless of how open the world becomes in the next couple of months. So we want to be ahead of the game in being able to offer our audiences a digital version of this show. So whether that's live or whether that's recorded, we're working on a pay-per-view version of this show as well.
That's great. I think the last thing wasn't a question. I just want to thank you guys for even coming up with the idea to do this. I think it's really important for, I mean, I'm in school right now and my Blackness is way up here, because they're preparing us to be teachers of color. And no doubt it's for Black kids right now, first and foremost for me. But this really is coming at the right time, especially for men of color to be seen in this light and having these kind of discussions that are happening in this play and portraying to our people as well as everybody else really who we are and how we are, not letting them have their biases about us. But I applaud you guys for even coming up with the concept and then inviting us, myself, to audition for it. Thank you.
Any other
questions, concerns?
No, thank you very much. I
had a question.
Go ahead.
When and sorry, I'm just kind of off. When and where will the well, obviously it'll be on Zoom, but when is the second audition and what does that entail?
My second audition is of a number of individuals who couldn't be on this particular audition that I'll do. And then a callback will be on Zoom.
Okay. All right, thank you.
I had a question. I just wanted to know, like, when you were thinking of holding the callbacks.
Again, not sure. Probably first week of June.
Okay.
Oh, if I do think of the question and I can't think of it right now, can I email it?
Absolutely.
Email, hit me up, Bobo, on the phone. I don't care.
I done sent you my phone. I'm not going to talk foreign language right now.
Absolutely.
First of all, when you sent me that message with your number, I was like, I don't know who that is. I didn't know if it was a male or female. Your name was just long. And I was like, yeah, that's somebody trying to get a brother in trouble right there. No. So when you said Bobo, I was like, oh, him. Yeah, got you. So
I can see right now I'm not going to be allowed in these rehearsals, and that's okay. I don't want to be. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you might not want to be. That's what I was going to say.
I was just two last things, and then we're pretty much done, fellas.
Okay.
A little bit about why we picked this show. Craig kind of inched us into this, but Isaiah can talk a little bit about why we picked this show, and not only why we picked this show, but what we believe is your responsibility as a cast member of this show. I'll start one thing. As a cast or potential cast of people who are helping launch acts on stage, our hope and our expectation is that you would lean into helping us launch this venture into the community. So of course you could be in a show, you could be in the cast, and you could just be like, I'm just in a cast, I just play my part and I go home. And we understand you could take that perspective. But what we are asking actually of this cast, because it's our first cast, is that you would actually take on some of the weight, take on some of the responsibility of helping us launch acts on stage. And so as it begins to roll out, you'll get more information about what that is, who we are. But we're hoping and we're asking you to actually take on just a measure of the responsibility of inform the community about what this new project is, what this new organization and company is. And even though we're not hiring you to be marketers or promoters or whatever, we are asking that you would sort of carry the weight with us so that we can get the word out about what's going on. And so Isaiah, you can talk a little bit about why we picked this show, and then I think we're good.
All right. Well, there's a couple of things. Anybody who knows me and the work that I do, I'm always attempting to display on stage or on a performance of any kind, our version of what it is we do and how we do it. I refuse to allow somebody else to be our voice. And so I'm always looking to turn our shows over, if you will. So those of you who know the Teen Summer Musical, we chocolatize and colorize that. And so there's a number of productions that I've seen over the years and that I've always said, oh my God, I wish I could do that, because then I would add this flavor to it. And so Death of a Salesman was the first show I was like, oh God, I need to change that. That needs to be that of a Black man playing this role, and this is how this would look and all of that. And so that was the first push. I was trying to get that show. And Michelle Lane called me and said, Isaiah, I just saw, and this needs to be the first show because of all the things she mentioned. The fact that you don't get to see a lot of African-American men on stage. And I use African-American in general. My term is Black man. So you may, it's always going to be Black man first for me. But to see that many Black men on stage sharing what we do and how we do it from our perspective, not somebody else's, like Craig said, not the idealistic views of others, but our own. And so this one was definitely that. And I think what's more important is that we are going to see this aspect from Black to Black, different from another play I'm going to do at some point in the future, a soldier's play. This is different. It is Black on Black awareness. And so we'll dig deep. I know people were coming back to the audition and it's coming back out of the breakout room was like, man, this is what y'all should be recording. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get into a bunch of those dialogues. But I also told Brother Henderson that it's going to be a lot of deep dialogue, because I'm going to be asking you young and experienced Black men to bring to the table your experiences, both old and new, both good and bad. I'm just going to be asking that you bring that to the table. And as a director, a lot of you know me, and I like to have fun, and I do what I do. But when I direct, and I want to make sure that we are putting on and making sure we develop a pure piece of genius. And so that's what I'll be looking for. And all of you have something that you bring to the table, all of you. I thank you again. And again, if any questions, those of you that don't have my number, let me know. I'll get it to you. Easy, I don't mind. Yeah, just give me a call.
We're working on right now.
Well, you had your hand. Oh, you just.
No, just thumbs up.
The email that goes to axonstageinc@gmail, that goes to both Isaiah and I right now. If you want to speak to Isaiah specifically, you can just put in your subject line for Isaiah, and I won't answer that. So if you do want to speak to him directly, feel free to tag it that way, and I'll stay out of it. You know, I just hope that in the breakout rooms, you older gentlemen didn't traumatize the young folks.
Or vice versa. Or vice versa.
But if you did, they'll be all right.
It was all good.
Right, I think that's it. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank
we
you
will be in touch. We'll be in touch. God bless you guys.
God bless you.
All right.
Thank y'all.
I appreciate
Take care.
y'all.
Everybody stay safe.
God bless you.
Thank
All right, you
you.
too.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bam. Wow.
Exhale. We did it, guys.
We did it. Hey.
That was amazing.
Let me get a virtual high five. High five. Bam. Bam. Okay. I feel you. I feel you.
Oh, wait.
We just did a Zoom
There
off.
you go. Clap back. Clap back.
A black hand, too.
Black hand. Right.
How did you change yours to a black hand? I need to know right now.
I think in the settings, it asks you for a skin tone or something like that.
Oh man, that's got to happen. That's got to happen quick.
Yeah, where's that? I don't have it. Never mind. I'll
You have to
worry
go
about
into
it.
you have to go into your general settings, I think it is.
You know, so
Oh, okay.
Yeah. General settings,
that's gonna happen.
and then right at the bottom it says reaction skin tones.
That's
So how you
And I don't know
feel
if I'm
me?
a sellout. I didn't pick the blackest one. I picked the second to the blackest one. Does that make me a sellout?
No.
a little bit.
Oh,
No,
It makes you a wannabe. It
Zyril,
makes you a wannabe.
Zyril would be the blackest black.
yes.
I'm gonna turn the recording off. Hold on.